Well, I was excited, Mark, when you said that that you saw AB on Tyreek Hill's podcast.
What?
Yeah, AB was on Tyreek Hill's podcast, and AB was basically blaming Tom Brady and the Bucs for the reason that he ran off the field jumping at halftime.
Yeah, first off, he's on Tyreek Hill, who's currently under police investigation for assault and battery last week.
I can't imagine two people who should not do a podcast more.
And there's a third guy on there. I don't know who the third guy is, but he was clearly my favorite because I don't know who he is. I don't know what he did or what he didn't do wrong.
They all pretty much agreed with everything. None of them have done anything wrong from what I could tell, from what I saw on Twitter.
Yeah, no, basically they are just two of the most misunderstood people because they're doing things, man. That's basically what it boils down. We're just doing things, man. We're living our lives, and you guys don't want us to live our lives.
AB got a franchise kicked out of a league that won the championship last year because nobody got paid. And then I heard that there was something over the weekend. One of the players was claiming that they were given checks and that they were told the team removed the money from the account before they could cash them.
Isn't that wild? They backed the money out?
Well, it's AB.
But there it is, because I always have it, because I always have my checkbook, because I'm always writing checks.
AB never pays anyone.
Right.
How could anyone go to work for Antonio Brown? You have to be nuts.
Thankfully, Drew, he provides some financial advice in this 2 hours.
Okay, are we going to get some clarity here and find out what really happened?
Yep, about a lot of issues, and I edited down the whole hour 20 to about 8 minutes.
You listened to the whole thing?
Yeah. Oh, well, 2 times speed. It didn't take that long.
Hey, would Carl like this podcast?
No, because it's not.
It's called It Needed to Be Said, Tyreek Hill.
I gotta say, AB has so many crutches. Like, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, repeats them.
Oh, no, he's a horrible interview. Terrible interview, generally. Although with Tyreek Hill, he might be really good.
Yeah, I mean, oh boy, some people might need a translator because it's hard to really understand what they're saying.
Happy 38th birthday.
It's not like, I don't know, that would be up to Carl. It's not structurally bad because they're just talking, and AB does have a lot of stories to tell.
Well, I'm game. I want to hear it.
The one part I didn't keep was when he was talking about his time at Central Michigan, but I thought you'd like to know that he was very serious about his education.
Well, he was taking courses just a couple years ago.
He
re-enrolled.
He went up there. He knew it was going to be cold. He also said that he knew there wasn't going to be a lot of black people up there, which, like, okay, but you're on a football team. I mean, don't you think Central Michigan's football team has more black people than the United States by percentage?
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so,
I would feel pretty sure about that.
So we pick it up where he's talking about all the bad press he's getting and all the stories, and he kind of explains why that happens.
Probably because he earned it.
You are targeting the media. The media is a business. They make money off papers.
They make money off them bad blogs.
Yeah,
we get the clicks.
I just fit a description sometime, but it don't have to be right. Journalism don't got no code of ethics.
Yeah.
So it's not no, and it's not what people say. It's how people feel. I'm outside every day, and I know I make people feel so.
Yeah, he's got a great code of ethics.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Journalism has no ethics yet. Antonio Brown, the guy who throws bags of candy dicks at his baby mama or doesn't pay people.
Calls her for stealing the car, which she's driving his 3 kids around in.
Yeah, that guy is going to tell us about ethics and morality.
No, that's pretty incredible.
But it's really interesting because, Drew, he lives in this bubble where everywhere he goes, people are like, Antonio, we love you. He's making people happy. He talks about that all the time. So he doesn't understand, some of this stuff that he's done and how just insane, illegal it is, but how insanely stupid it is.
It's not what we say is what we do. So what you do play an effect in how people feel. So people going to take whatever you say at a contest. Anytime you see a guy flashy, I'm not saying I fit the description of someone do wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying I look loud, like I look flashy,
Mm-hmm.
I look like, you know what I mean?
But you though, you chilling.
A lot of people don't understand it was you or was chilling. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
No, I don't.
People don't understand why you gonna catch a helicopter or drive this or you got this big old house. Like, people don't understand why you gotta watch that's $1 million because, like, zoom in, this is $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But people don't,
right.
People don't know that I got assets and it's like, I got an image and, like, For you to be the best, you gotta look the best. You gotta feel the best. Like, so now,
So basically, he is being misjudged because he's so flashy and he's out there and he's loud and he's wearing $1 million watch, Drew.
I've really never heard anyone complain about that. Who?
I believe I know what you are saying.
Who's he referring to?
Oh, just the media in general, because he thinks he's being labeled a certain way because he's so outrageous.
I would have thought that was a $5,000 watch if he hadn't told me it was $1 million watch. In fact, I think he may have overpaid for the watch.
And no, we understand you would have a large house if you were that good at catching a football in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like,
Plus,
that's not the issue here, AB.
We also know that he put his bank balance on Instagram last year, and it was $26 million. So we know he has at least $26 million, or he did.
Yeah. So it's not about, but I do like the thing that you have to be flashy, because then if you're flashy, you'll play good and you'll feel good. And I mean, that really describes you, Drew. You're so flashy.
Oh, yeah. No, it does. It does affect how you feel about yourself.
Exactly. It gives you a massive ego, apparently.
It's really weird when people who are that flashy don't pay their bills, when they don't pay things like, something they took from a charity where they were the highest bidder and they don't pay for it.
Yeah, imagine that. But it is a painting of himself, so he should almost be entitled to it.
He's saying no,
you gotta feel the best. Like, so now I meet with Tom Brady. He like giving
Here's
me
the Brady
like
stuff.
talks like he think I'm like a narcissist. I'm like, what, bro? I really been.
What would ever give Tom Brady the idea that Antonio Brown is a narcissist, huh?
Did Tom Brady say that?
Well,
I don't remember Tom Brady saying a bad thing about anyone ever.
No, but I do remember the stories about him meeting with him personally to kind of say,
fire him up.
We're a team, right? Mm-hmm. This isn't just about you. So I think that's why AB thought TB was labeling him a narcissist.
Giving me like talks like he think I'm like a narcissist. I'm like, what, bro? I really been over here low volume because I really supposed to be turned up. Like, I'm really a go-to guy. I'm like,
Perfect
really not,
logic.
like, I'm the head. Like, I'm not really a tail. Like, I'm here to get these guys inspired. Like, I'm really coming off the bench, playing while I'm hurt, draining my
I'm the
knees.
energy, baby.
Yeah, like, I'm the spark. So, yeah, you're not seeing me for who I'm here. So I'm, like, meeting with him, and I'm...
Isn't that one of the most narcissistic things you've ever heard somebody say?
It's pretty bad.
Like, I'm not a narcissist. I'm the guy that gets people going. It's all about me. I'm the spark.
I like the way these guys ask good follow-up questions, though, because they made some great points, I thought.
Tyreek has some.
Him, like, talk to me like, if it's all us in the room, like, he got to get a little, it just can't be all about you. But I'm like the guy here with the lowest salary, so I'm like, yo, what are even you talking about? It's not like you threw to me in the game over 20 targets, 15 targets.
I'm on
like
TV
so,
12.
But I'm suspended as well, so it's like, I don't even know why you should be talking to me from a support standpoint, not from a controlling, because if you look at 2021, I'm making like crazy highlights in the beginning of the year on their team. Like, you ain't see that guys taking the ball on a drag route and going 21 miles an hour scoring.
Only narcissists, by the way, remember all their highlights and how many targets they're getting.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, when you got a guy that's doing that, I'm saying, like, at least give him more opportunities. We about to play the Jets, and this week.
All right, so now he's going forward to
here we go.
The game where he decides to quit. And before this, he was talking about Tom Brady's nutritional guy, Guerrero. Mm-hmm. Guerrero. And he's saying, he's not a doctor, so he's having me do all this stuff on my knee. It's like, well, wait a sec. You're right. He's not a doctor, and you knew your knee was fucked up. Why are you letting him do stuff to your knee? Like, he has no personal responsibility for any aspect of his life. It's bizarre.
Did he not also suggest that he had to pay Tom Brady's guy?
Yeah.
I thought he said that at one point. I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he didn't. So,
No, that's true. I'm sorry.
So
what am I talking about?
And oh boy, this is gonna sound weird. I kind of understand when he says, what I'm saying? I kind of understand what he's saying here in the next part regarding the Jets game.
But he hurt, so I'm like taking pictures to the coach, like, coach, man, are we gonna win the Super Bowl, man? I think I need to just take these last 2 weeks, at least recover up, so I could give you my best when we
He wanted to get healthy.
the most. And we here to win the Super Bowl. So the coach like, hey man, we ain't resting. So Tom called me like, yo, this week, man, the Jets, man, they sweet, man. I'm gonna hit you with 10 to 12. So he done gassed me up. So me, that's all I needed to hear. Like, yo, you gonna throw me the ball? This me saying I got a new crib.
No me.
You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? He done geeked me up. So I'm like, yo, I'm already really fucked up. So I'm like, but as a player, if you fucked up and your team around you supporting you, you might suck it up for the team.
Oh, you gonna suck it up for the
You might.
for the game. So it's like, yo, Tom Brady, done hit me up like, yo, this a big week. So I'm like, fuck it. I know my shit fucked up, but it's like.
So right now
my shit's fucked up.
He told the coach he's not playing. I'm too injured. I need to get healthy. But Tom Brady promised me 50 targets in the game.
Well, I would say if you don't get the right amount of targets by halftime, obviously you would just quit the team at halftime. That would be the only thing to do under those circumstances.
Me like that.
After all he's been through.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? So I done dressed up, suited up. I done got there. You know, I got there to the state. Once I got to New York, I already felt the bad energy because now I done sent the coach the mail. He telling me what we ain't doing, why my shit hurt.
Bad energy? I thought you were the spark. I thought he was the energy. Isn't he supposed to be the good energy?
Yeah,
but
Tom got him fired up. He's going to hit him 10, 12 times. And even though his shit is fucked up, he's going to play.
You know, Tom gassing me up, and I already know they been faking me the whole time I was suspended. Like I just went for 100 yards and they guys was hurt. So I know they just trying to make it seem like, man, they just keep them going for what we could get out of them. So I already know they treated me like
that's the plan.
Of course.
Yeah,
like
they're
they treated
paying
me
you
like I'm a
millions
little
of
dog.
dollars.
So it's
The
like-
master plan.
So now I just see it's like sideways. And then Tom Trainer, he don't want to work with me no more because now he feeling like I'm working with the team, that the guy who know the MRI, who can see what's really going on the inside of my leg.
Why you mad for, like?
Because, you know, he trying to really compete against this guy to get his job. So it's like 2 training rooms. It's Tom training room and it's the team training room. But Tom
it's
them
kinda
never
messed.
gave me no bread. They gave everyone else the bread.
Huh?
I got a deal from Tampa Bay. It didn't come from these guys. And then I'm paying these guys $100,000 for him to work with me during the year. But it's like, bro, I already got paid. I got a $2 million salary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these boys like skinning me, and they supposed to be the guys that's having my back. You know, like, Cheetah, you been an old guy in the group. Like, you know, you don't charge guys that's your guys.
No.
Because we want you to be your best. You being your best help me. So these guys actually charging me to work with me, and it's like the team actually paid this guy to like work with the players. So I'm paying him on top of the payment from this,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's not
double
even
tipping.
going out his way. Then before the game, Tom, my guy, one of the mutual friends with me and Tom, like, yo, go see him before the game, man. He's gonna work with you. You know how you was before the game, bro. You ain't really trying to even give nobody your energy.
No, I ain't trying to do nothing.
Imagine. So now I'm going to work with him. He's just like hugging me like he can't.
Yeah,
This guy on my body with bad energy, like he don't want to help me. Like, what the fuck you hugging me for, bro?
On me, bro. I got a game to play, money.
Exactly, but I already told you the energy was like this. The guy wouldn't even
He's
want to
all about the
give me
energy,
no
Drew.
treatment. You know I'm hurt.
What
So
the
it's like,
fuck is he talking
these guys
about?
not even caring. So now I come playing the game, I'm hurt. Like I'm in my zone, I'm super hurt. And it's like, yo, I might hurt myself more. And they not really trying to put me in a good position. Like, I'm not out here to hurt
You're not
myself.
getting your targets.
I'm out here to help you guys win. I mean, getting the ball, help you move the chains, get in the zone. So right now, we at a different time right now. You guys not trying to see none of that. You guys is mixing me with like, he don't want to work with me. I'm paying him.
they are
You don't want to
winning.
throw me the
Drew,
ball.
it's clear
and
as
you
day
making
what's
me like
going
I'm
on,
crazy.
right?
So it's like, I'm crazy.
Antonio Bryant's not
Fuck
getting
all
what he
you
wants.
motherfuckers. I'm out of here.
Fuck all you
outta here.
motherfuckers. Fuck all you motherfuckers. I'm out of here. Yeah, that's the part we all saw on TV.
And Tyreek Hill seems to be fine with that.
Yeah.
Well, because I tell you what, I could see Tyreek Hill doing the same thing at some point. Wow. So now they're talking about
How many people watch this pod? Is this
it's
podcast
brand
popular?
new. Oh, overall, I don't know. Brandon, you had it up. Do you know how many on the YouTube at
let me
least?
bring up the YouTube numbers.
Which I'll paint the picture here. They're all three of them are sitting in very large chairs that can only be described as thrones.
Yes.
They are thrones.
In a
correct.
very expensive house, whoever's it is.
So it's only been out for one day, and it appears to have 18,000 views.
He has
so
a million. He has over 1 million subscribers that Tyreek Hill does on his YouTube channel.
Stupid.
Well, yeah. Content.
boy.
All right. So the last
Yeah,
part,
content.
Tyreek's trying to get Antonio to name the 5 greatest receivers of all time in his
okay.
mind, which he cannot.
Which means he'll be naming 4 and himself, I would assume.
No, he won't. He won't do it because there's a lot more about being a wide receiver than just numbers.
Go from the field. You go from running off the field, obviously.
Booming.
He's so proud of that he ran off the field at halftime.
Oh, God.
What are you, a rapper?
Oh yeah,
I'm
what
an
is he now?
entertainer. I'm a mogul. Like I ain't really a
That's what I'm
rapper
saying.
because
Yeah, it just lost
it
just lost a franchise.
You know, a rapper is like someone that's covering up an inside like a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm an
That's so
influencer.
deep.
Like, you know, I represent culture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't.
So what you saying is you can't sit here and name 5 great receivers: Jerry Rice, T.O., Chad, yourself,
yeah.
Chris Carter.
Nah, I don't really. I mean, those guys. We was great receivers, like, of course. But it's like, what else? I mean, guys that all run routes and catch the ball, we all did it. We all scored. We all put up the stats. What else?
The question is,
I feel
who are the
At
greatest
end of the day,
receivers?
you ain't gonna remember his stats. Like, nobody cares what stats you really. At the end of the day, you remember it for your own self-evaluation. But
Now, just remember, he's trying to say that these great receivers don't remember their stats, yet he remembers how many targets he was promised for a game. He also remembers all the highlights that he did.
And everyone else remembers stats too. Anybody can name their five favorite receivers of all time.
It's not about what they did after the game or off the
at the
field.
day, we played the game for a greater cause than some numbers on the paper.
What?
No,
You know what I'm
didn't.
saying? Like,
No, you
game.
played for targets.
life is more inevitable than what we do. It's about
Life
how
is
we
more
make people
inevitable than
feel.
what we
Like
do.
if I go outside right now, me and you walking on the beach, people gonna get excited. Because I know I make them feel a certain way. You make them feel a certain way.
What?
with
Yeah, you
what
assault
you
them,
do.
Tyreek.
Only God got your back, and you
like
only
this
can
part,
test
Drew.
that when you're doing what's best for yourself, and you will never know that until you go independent. Like, I'm 1099. Like, I run my own W-29. Business booming for real. I
yeah?
do my own filing, E9. Like, I send W-9s. What's your EIN number?
Yeah, why don't you
I run
pay
my
your
own
team?
business. So, like, when you an independent guy and your own self-sufficient, like, I get paid for music. So I gotta, you know what I mean? Run the budget and organize it. I don't got the financial advisor. So when
Yeah,
that's the case
that's
and you
the
run your
problem.
business by yourself, you know who's gonna be with you. It's not a lot of people out there when you're doing what's right for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But anytime you working
I
for
know what you're
someone
talking
else, you gotta fall victim to what they want to do. Like,
No, they
people
fall
don't hate
victim
me,
to
they love
you.
me. They're just mad because I'm not playing football. But that's a good thing because that means when I play football, I left an impact on them. If people never talked about me, that means you don't matter. But when they still mention you, what AB doing? You seen the other one hand catch? I was looking at you up there.
That shit was sweet though. That shit was sweet.
He's proud
That
of
shit was
the
sweet on
one-handed
That's what I'm
catch that he
saying,
made
like-
last week on the Twitter video. He just doesn't get it.
Very well spoken and on point.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that's funny you play that drop. He starts talking about players and off the field and stuff. And he alludes to Strahan being wild off the field. He's like, but not now, because he's Mr. GMA. It was really weird how AB did that. Trying to imply that, oh boy, Michael Strahan, man, that guy was crazy, but not now.
I
We
wonder
know
what
Strahan.
crazy means to AB.
Well, we know Strahan had his lady issues.
Oh, yeah, big time. Oh, he had some terrible issues. Very messy life.
I just got a high IQ.
He is such an idiot.
So-
He just doesn't get it. He thinks any publicity is good publicity, and it's just not, because it's followed with Antonio Brown. What an asshole.
Him talking about his business prowess and how I handle it all myself. What do you
Is that a
think about?
W-9?
He just trashed a franchise. I mean, a low-paid pile of players that he stiffed. Completely stiffed the whole team. They kicked them out of the league.
Yeah.
And he's going to tell us what a great financial guy he is.
What a good businessman he is. Clearly, Drew.
I just got a high IQ.
Wow. He's out there.
I heard you got a big ass head.
Oh, my God.
He's just 2 steps ahead of everybody on the field and off.
It's hard to even listen to him. It's so annoying after a certain amount of time. But I'm glad he's getting some. I'm glad he's getting some views. Good for him.
I love that he's mad at Tom Brady for basically gaslighting him, telling him you're gonna get. I'm going to target you 50 times against the Jets. When in Tom Brady's head, he's saying, "I need one of our best receivers out there. Can you fucking play or not?"
Yeah, Tom Brady's such an unreasonable person. I mean, he just can't get along with anyone.
All he wants to do is win a football game.